What, 45 minutes, an hour or so from Manhattan?
That's what it seemed like. I'm not 100% sure, but that seems about right.
Depending on traffic.
Yeah, which could be 45 minutes, could be 2 hours and 45 minutes.
See, photographers down on the infield. Kyle was telling me last night that everyone who ran in this race today will be able to get a photo on the HOKA on the Long Island Mile.com website.
That's great.
Another, we keep talking about another community thing to get people excited about the sport and be able to connect with these pros.
Kyle's really, really thought of it all. And I remember last year when he first started talking about this meeting, it was a big idea, and he working with HOKA and Sayville Running Company and Smithtown Running Company to have it all come together is really awesome.
Mm-hmm. So like the women's race, we have a rabbit in this race. That'll be Declan Murray, one of your New Jersey, New York Track Club teammates.
Yeah, Declan's a great rabbit. He just finished second in the Irish Champs in the 800 behind Mark English, so fellow NJNY athlete. He's good. He's really good, so he'll get the guys rolling.
So that is Ford Palmer.
Ford Palmer, yeah, fellow NJNY athlete, the vegan of the group. We always joke around with him about that. He's in good shape right now.
And next we have Riley Masters.
Yeah, Riley's just coming down from his altitude training stint. I think he's also getting ready for 5K champs in a few weeks. And so it'll be interesting to see how fit he is coming off that trip to Colorado.
And next on the track, we have Kristen Seratos.
He's come on the scene pretty quick this year, from NCAA level, now at the professional level. It'll be interesting to see. I haven't seen him compete since the NCAA championships. I wonder what kind of shape he's in, but he'll definitely make a run for it.
He's got some flashy socks.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Next on the track will be Peter Callahan.
Peter's a great competitor. He's been injury plagued over the years, but for those of you that remember the NCAA DMR, he anchored in 2014. He's a stud, and he'll be there with 200 to go.
Out in California, he's a silver medalist in the Pan Am Games. He now holds a world record in the indoor.
And next on the track, we have HOKA 1-1's David Torrence.
David's been dealing with some injuries this year, unfortunately, but he was able to get a season out of it. He's doing well, and it's good to see him out here. I think he's getting ready for Fifth Ave, as many of these athletes are. You can never count David out, that's for sure. He's always in the mix.
You mentioned that he did sneak a fourth place at U.S. Outdoors in the 5,000 meters this year.
It's pretty good for having a lot of injuries this year. I'd take it.
Next on the track, we have Duncan Phillips.
Duncan Phillips, the man from the University of Arkansas, has had a solid year, 3:39 PR. He's not afraid to put himself in the mix.
Up next, man in the bandana, Jack Bolas.
Jack's a great teammate of mine. You can see there he's got his own homemade bib that everybody made for the pro race tonight. He's in really good shape this summer. He's done really well since USA Champs. I think he's going to be a great contender.
Next on the track, we have this year's USA TF 1 Mile Road Champ, Garrett Heath.
The thing about Garrett Heath is he always seems to be in shape. From the first race of the year to the last race of the year, you can always count on him being near the front. That's for sure.
Great cross-country runner, too.
Yeah, I'd say he's pretty good.
And next on the track is Daniel Wynn.
Yeah, Daniel's had a good year at just finishing up at University of Oregon. under Coach Andy Powell. So he obviously has trained with many great athletes and has run really, really, really well this year.
This young man is one of the great stories in our sport. He's overcome some great obstacles.
And the man in red, Brandon Hudgens.
Brandon's a great story, breaking the 4-minute barrier for the first time a few weeks ago at the Sir Walter Miler. He's riding a real high right now, and I think he's definitely going to be going after it tonight. He's not afraid.
Gotta love that.
He's pumped. That's a good way to get you amped up before the race.
Fans are loving it. He's loving it. And this man on the track may need no introduction here tonight.
I've never
seen
this guy before.
That is Kyle Merber, meet director.
Yeah, there he is, the man in the bandana.
And wrote meet director on his bib. I tried to get him to draw a cat last night. He wouldn't do it.
Kyle's put a lot, like I said earlier, a lot of work into this. Hopefully, he gets what he wants out of the race tonight. The event's definitely been as successful as he was hoping for. So this is really good for Kyle. Fans go wild. That's awesome.
Got to go for gold, Kurt Merber.
GTG for gold.
It's old Dice that name back in the day. It mentioned Kyle as the meet director. Also can't forget his co-meet director, Brendan Barrett, putting in all the work today so Kyle could try to focus on the race.
Yeah, definitely a big help. I know I talked with Kyle briefly today, and he said that having Brendan around was a huge help to him, especially today and yesterday, as things really get close and he's trying to focus on racing as much as possible.
And
which I don't know how possible that was.
Got some word back from the office that Daniel Wynn is sporting his high school jersey today.
That's awesome. I wish I still had my high school jersey.
And my coach wouldn't let me keep mine either.
Yeah.
Said I could pay for it. I said,
Yeah, I don't want to pay for a 20-year-old jersey.
No.
Masters, Wynn, Phillips, Torrence, Palmer, Polis, Callahan, Heath, Soriatos, Hudgens, Merber.
Here we go. 14 men on the line, 13 competitors, and one rabbit, Declan Murray, for the HOKA 1-1 Long Island Mile here at St. Anthony's in Huntington. We're off, and you can hear the crowd. Kyle was expecting about 3,000 people here tonight, and it looks like they're not far off. Got people on the backstretch, home stretch, on the turns, some in the stands.
Got my heart going right now. I kind of wish I was out there racing.
There we see Declan Murray leading early, 26, 27, 28.
Perfect.
Spot on, 30 seconds.
Perfect.
At 209 meters. Looking for sub 4 tonight here on Long Island. Kyle Merber, our meet director, is our current leader behind the rabbit, with David Torrence in second, Garrett Heath in third. Rest of the field a few steps behind them as we hit the home stretch for the first time tonight.
I think this might help out for Kyle. It's kind of just like practice where he follows Declan and Declan drags him through. Hopefully that back group there stays connected to the top.
57 at the lap, at the finish line there, so that's 409 meters. So it's 56, 55 high for the quarter mile.
We're moving.
See the fans on the backstretch encouraging them. Still Merber, Torrence, and Heath. Declan Murray leading. He will step off probably about a lap.
Yeah, I think
600 meters. 600 meters and 127. Excuse me, 609. I have to keep reminding myself of that. Remember, they started 9 and change, a little over 9 meters behind the normal starting line on a 400-meter track to run a full mile.
This is great to have a group of guys really going after it. Looks like Serratos wants to move up too.
And right, Daniel Wynn and Serratos trying to close that gap. 158 at 800 meters to go. Still Merber, Torrence, and Heath following behind Rabbit and Murray.
This is going to be fast.
Murray's putting in a Matt Shearer-esque performance tonight on the Rabbit job. Of course, Matt's watching back at home for sure. He'll start to move his way into the outside lanes, and Kyle Merber will take over as we approach 1,000 meters of this mile.
Heath looks good.
Garrett Heath takes the lead, 226 at 1,009 meters.
This is going to be real fast. All three of them look really good.
It's going to be Heath, Merber, and Torrence coming off the turn on this third lap, the HOKA 1-1 Long Island Mile. That is in fourth place, Duncan Phillips. 2:55 at the bell. I think we're going to see a sub-4 mile here tonight.
I think we might, barring some sort of disaster. Knock on wood.
No, Merber, hold on, Merber. We'd like to see a happy meet director afterwards.
Yeah,
Not just happy with his event, but happy with his time, too.
Yes, and a happy Coach Gaggs.
But as we head down the backstretch, it is Garrett Heath and David Torrence. They used to battle it out at Stanford and Cal, and now they're battling it out at the HOKA 1-1 Long Island Mile. 3:24 with 200 meters to go. You see all the fans now sprinting across the field to get a view of the finish.
Oh, man,
the tape is up. Garrett Heath is going to try and hold off David Torrence as they come down the home stretch.
Oh.
They've been doing this for years. Torrence takes the lead. Torrence is going to pull away and win this.
Oh, he's gonna
Look at that crowd. 351, 352, 353, 354. Merber will hold on for third. It looks like Serratos in fourth. Riley Masters stepped up for fifth there.
Looks like we had a lot of guys under 4 there, too. What a finish.
Looks like we set a Long Island Mile record for fastest mile run on the island. You see fans out there high-fiving each other. They're pumped. They're already swarming the athletes. 353.
Oh, man.
You mentioned David's had some injuries this year, but you had that fourth place at USA's. A big win here tonight.
He knows how to get in shape, so he, like I said earlier, you can never count out David Torrence. He's got the range from 800 all the way up to 5K, so he's got the speed, he's got the strength.
Got a little bit of a Rocky moment here. He's looking for somebody. Looking for Stella. Everyone's taking pictures of the results board down on the infield. They certainly haven't seen anything like this. It's kind of funny that they're all interested in the results and not the guy that won.
Yeah.
Maybe Merber's down there. He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, they're following the headband, I think.
But David's going to run a lap here, and he's not afraid to interact with the fans and shake some hands, get some high fives.
David's always great with the fans. He's always gracious of everywhere he races and all the fans that come out to support him.
You see that finish. Look at that crowd.
It looks like we have at least 6 guys under 4 minutes.
Here, Tom Cuff, meet announcer,
What a night.
announcing 6 athletes have broken 4 minutes. Let's look at that crowd surrounding our cameraman down there.
The athletes will be signing autographs.
Of course, mention all these athletes will be given Sharpies to sign autographs tonight. We're going to see people sticking around. There you see the results. David Torrence, 3:53.91. Garrett Heath, second, 3:54.51. Meet director Kyle Merber held on for third, 3:58.38. Peter Callahan,